That's pretty bad. That's pretty bad. Like, wait, so how recent is this actually that our dear Gerard is in trouble? Wow. Really? Wow. Gerard, you know. Hey, give me a sound check real quick. Yeah, hang on. There we go. All right, sound check. Sound check.
How about now? How about
Yeah.
now, everybody? Can
Yeah.
you hear me now?
Yeah, you should be a lot
Can you
better.
see me? Can you read me? While we were trying to get this done, I was vainly trying to communicate with the chat via the emojis that they have. But because all I had to work with really was Bob Ross Pikachu and the Illuminati symbol, I kind of felt like you've seen the Arrival, right?
Yeah.
Felt a lot like that. I'm like half expecting a couple people to rush off to a tent and start breaking down like the wait a second, this Pikachu and this Bob Ross are nothing alike. These are different words.
That's
So,
true. Yeah.
Yeah, it was nice.
They are in fact different. Well, what me and Nick were talking about before everything got all fucking weird, and I forgot all of the crazy shit that I've been doing with audio settings, is apparently our dear Gerard was accused of misdeeds with a lady, with a young woman.
He was reported to have a raptor.
And not speech rap, but like rape.
Yeah. This is how I know, though. This is how I know that the Me Too Illuminati, as we're gonna call them now.
No, no, that's not gonna be a thing.
Are watching carefully, because it's like as soon as I start to like find, as soon as we really start to get going with like some kind of celebrity meme. Oh, turns out they're a rapist. I mean, Sidney Poitier, please, you are next in my list. Do not let me down. Do not Cosby this up for me.
And it says et tu Depardieu. One second.
Although I do like the Me Too Illuminati.
It's driving me fucking crazy that it looks like I'm sitting in a fucking high chair or some shit, because this monitor is so fucking big, it's all tall and shit. Hang on.
Wait, god damn it. Now I've unplugged my headphones.
Maybe you need to wear this. Maybe you need to wear this hat.
I can't hear a damn thing. Welcome to the Screwed Tube Saints. We're look, Def's. Oh yeah, it's like found footage shit now. Oh my god.
I'm so afraid, Mom. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm glad that genre kind of died.
Sorta. It's sort of died, and it's sort of still around a little bit. I mean,
a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, it's funny though, because like half the found footage films out there are so many cuts. It's like, this isn't found footage. This is just bad cinematography.
What if I can actually?
What are we doing?
What are we doing?
No, I mean, when somebody makes one of those films and then you see it and there's so many cuts and edits that it just looks like bad cinematography instead of a found footage film. It's like, oh, what was that? What was that one? Like two kids at the house, grandpa and grandma's underneath the floorboards. Grandpa keeps shitting himself.
There was The Visit. Salam alaikum. What's his name? You know, he did like Sixth Sentence and shit like that.
Oh yeah. He's like, he's so forgettable.
Salam alaikum.
Yeah. Islam, Michigan Lakem.
Right.
Yeah. Now, it was the funniest thing. Like when I was flying back from New Orleans to Boston one time, he and his wife were in first class, and his kids were sat back in coach. And when I got off the plane, when I got back to New Orleans, I just sort of recalled that story to my roommate. He's like, that's fucking wild. I'm like, yeah, right. I'm like, what's M. Night, doing down in New Orleans? He's like, no, what the fuck is M. Night Shyamalan doing in first class? Cool. Yeah.
Yeah. M. Night Shyamalan ding dong. Yeah. Well,
although I'm kind of looking forward to Glass. It looks like it could be cool.
I suppose. I guess. I don't know. I mean, it looks fine. I'm sure it's gonna be fine. I actually did like the grandma and the pants shitting grandpa one. Like, I thought that was kind of interesting. It was stupid, but it was interesting. It was at least kind of fun.
I mean, it's funny because it's like it's almost like in his storytelling, he tries to let us down the same way J.J. Abrams does in his production of things, in that like he's like builds up this thing, hey, this looks pretty cool, pretty interesting, and then massive letdown, like he just like it seemed like he just didn't care, didn't try at the end. You know, that's my joke has been, and now, well, I mean, Star Trek is pretty much dead now.
Oh yeah.
But I still halfway expect JJ's helming of whatever the Star Wars franchise to be, and he's already started to do it. He's just like, all right, I'm gonna fuck off and do other things now. I'm gonna leave it to other people who have no idea what they're supposed to be doing, and it'll be fine. I'll never forgive him for Lost.
I like Lost. I still like Lost. I don't know why everybody gets so down on Lost.
No,
you know,
the show was great.
Yeah,
the ending was absolute fucking diaper fire garbage.
That's what happens when you make a show and you have no idea what you're doing with it.
Yeah, I love that too. Yeah, they actually came out and admitted that after the fact. They're like, yeah, we just kind of made a pilot, didn't think it'd even go, and then it got picked up, and then we had no idea what we were doing. I could have done a better job with that.
You gotta imagine like the in the writing room for Lost, and they're trying to figure out what to do next, and like they're all getting blasted fucking stone, like. Okay, so like, what if we throw in a polar bear? That'd be pretty cool. And also, oh dude, let's make him travel through time. Yeah, that'll be cool.
Yeah. Well, you know the funny thing I found out? Like Ben Linus, that character, wasn't even supposed to have a real place in the show. It wasn't until they saw Homeboy play the character, they're like, whoa, we want more of that.
Yeah.
I like that in terms of like, all right, so you get this actor who owns this part, and the part gets expanded and all that. And I like that too, because it's happened to me, and that's always nice. But at the same time, it's one of those, oh, you literally had no idea where you were going with this.
Right.
How hard is the storyboard?
I guess her volume is kind of weird too. Like I can't. I guess I could turn my gain up. Hang on. Fuck.
Your volume's fucked. I'm fine, right? My whole.
If I turn you up any louder, like you're gonna be blasting people's eardrums and shit. So.
Oh, I'm just asking the chat.
Okay. Yeah.
And every time it looks like I'm looking at you, I'm actually just looking at the screen, which is great. So yeah.
So when you're looking at me, you're actually like seeing me.
Well, I'm actually seeing I'm seeing the stream and the screen and everything else.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
The Blackfire Dragon just subscribed to tier 3. Blackfire Dragon. I'm gonna go ahead and say that's a relatively obscurish Ice and Fire reference. Good on you. You're not a real Targaryen though.
Arigato gozaimasu. Caligator also resubscribed before we came back on for 7 months so far. Hey boys, if you all want in on After Saints tonight, we'll be playing Settlers of Catan on Tabletop Sim. That sounds pretty badass. Pretty badass.
Now, while we were, and now here's the thing. So we've got most of our issues. Well, I mean, our technical sound issues. Most of them. Some of the audio video issues. A couple of the audio video issues have been resolved.
Okay. So this is what I was doing this whole time that we were off. I'm trying to configure voice meter so that everything that I do production wise, Nick hears. So every sound, every alert, every whatever, like he'll hear it at the same time that I hear it. But when I was doing that, I fucked it up somehow, and I had this horrible echo of my own voice. The latency was just god awful. And then on top of that, the virtual camera is just not working anymore.
But I did manage to actually scoop up some even more fun news items, even more fun than the ones we had before.
Really?
Yeah. Now the first thing I found for the first show that we, halfway went through, it's just a video of a Domino scooter delivery driver braving Japan's Typhoon Jebi. Like, this is some samurai spirit to a fucking moped delivery guy here.
Okay. Yeah. Here, let me grab this.
Yeah, we can burn through these first ones because the ones I found afterwards are even.
Hey, you look great.
Look at him go. He's like, you're fine. You're fine.
Hang on. Fucking, this whole thing is a big fucking shit show right here. All right. There we go.
There we go. Yeah, I mean this I just love though. I love this specifically too because it's like a motorcyclist. I know just riding in winds on a motorcycle is one thing. To ride an imbalanced weighted down delivery moped in a typhoon,
yeah,
is fucking insane.
It's ballsy. It's ballsy as fuck.
Really, and they don't even tip in Japan. This was a matter of honor. He was just like, he's like, the pepperoni will get cold and the mushrooms will get soggy if I do not deliver this on time. Not even worried. It's like, I will, like, they show up and they're like, please let us give you gratuity. And he's like, no, delivering it was my honor.
There was also like, there was a video that I saw of a guy who was like working on a building and he was holding on for dear life with the, to the scaffolding and shit. And the whole thing was going back and forth. That was crazy shit, man.
Yeah, I mean, well, it's you know, this, I mean, this looks like the beginning of a new anime.
It kind of does, yeah.
Like, yeah, this is like the sequel to Kiki's Delivery Service in a sense. Like cars just driving by, like, oh wow, he made an interesting decision today. And yeah, I mean, the article just says a Japanese resident captured video of a pizza delivery worker on a scooter braving the winds of Typhoon Jebi to make a delivery. The video shows the Domino's delivery driver struggling to keep their scooter upright on Osaka Street amid strong winds and heavy rains from the typhoon, which is said to be the strongest to hit the country in 25 years. The driver briefly loses a battle with the winds and the scooter topples. The footage ends with the dedicated worker pulling the scooter upright. And I will say this too, as somebody who, in his broker times, when I have no food and no way to get food, and it's almost 2 a.m., Domino's delivers, and I have found a newfound respect for these people seeing this. You know, the pizza's still kind of garbage, but it's edible, it's food. It's food, and apparently they will get it to you no matter what. So that was a fun little one. The next one we've got, which is the Yahoo article, and I'm going to burn through these first two just because we already got to the first Florida man, but we have a second Florida man for you guys. This comes out of North Dakota, the smallest city in North Dakota to double in population to 4. That's right.
Brilliant.
Russo, North Dakota. Oh, fuck off, Yahoo. Get this shit out of my way. Anyway, yeah, Russo, North Dakota. North Dakota's smallest incorporated city was on the verge of dissolving after the death of its longtime mayor. But now it's rebounding with expectations to double its population from 2 to 4 residents.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
This sounds like the kind of place. This sounds like Beardy needs to just move there, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, what? Well, why should I move there? Because nobody lives there. It's perfect. The McLean County community of Russo was on the verge of discorporation when its population dropped following the July death of 86-year-old Bruce Lorenz. Takes a minimum of 3 residents for a community to be incorporated, according to the North Dakota Century Code. We want to keep it going for Bruce's sake. Lorinda Rolson, the city's auditor and one of Russo's 2 remaining residents, told the Mino Daily News. Her husband Terry Rolson.
That is
Minot. Oh, Mino. I'm sorry. I have that European class to me.
Minot has an Air Force base, and like if you get fucking deployed to Minot, North Dakota, you fucked up. Like you did something fucking wrong. If you get sent to Minot.
Well, it was, well, apparently, I mean, not counting the Air Force, her husband, Terry Rollison, was the other Russo resident. The city discovered that Greg Schmaltz qualifies as a resident because he has a Russo mailbox and makes daily checks on his horses and chickens on land within the city limits. So they're counting a guy who just comes into town periodically as a resident. On Thursday, he's expected to become the city's new mayor. What the? Yes!
This sounds great.
He's not even running. Schmaltz and his wife, Michelle, currently live in Velva, but plan to move. Yeah, they live right in the Volva. They plan to move later this year to Russo, where they have a residence under construction. We're looking to finish everything up, Greg Schmaltz said. That was it. We're looking at fall to finish everything up. Russo was first incorporated in 1909 and had a population of 141 a year later. The city's population dwindled when an unexplained fog rolled in. Wait, no, that's a Stephen King story. dwindled when its last remaining business, the grain elevator, took its last load in 1956.
Man, the last time I took a load was like a couple of months ago.
I was just thinking to myself, I'm like, when was it? Versace died in the 90s. Never mind. Schmaltz hopes others will follow him to Russo, which is about 40 miles south of Minot near Strawberry Lake. Mine it. Other people have expressed interest in moving out there. We don't want things to slow down, he said. I'm about preserving what little is left of Russo. I'm proud of being out there. What I love about this fact is, I mean, well, I don't love it. Here's the shame to it. All of the hermits, all of the fuck off-ish, I hate people kind of people, will all read this story and they will all move to Russo, and Russo will have a population of I don't know, maybe 100,000 or so people who hate other people, and then they will rename it Manchester, New Hampshire. It'd be great.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Me nut. Yeah,
So,
no.
but-
Minot is a hellhole. We have something kind of similar in Oregon, except it's called Wagon Tire. It's the township of Wagon Tire, and it even has like on the front of the building, the one building in town. Population 2. It's a post office. It's the city hall. It's a police department, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But it also, the one time I was ever in Wagon Tire, they had a sign right in the window. It said "For sale."
The whole town?
Yeah, whole fucking town.
How much was it?
I don't know. I don't know. I wouldn't imagine very much. I mean, we're talking like way out in the fucking high desert at a T-junction of highways. Like, that's all there was.
Wow, that sounds like, I mean, honestly, like, I'm half expecting, you know what should happen is, like, movie studios need to start buying up these, like, ghost towns now.
Yeah.
Just so it's, like, they can really drive that realism home. So we could remake U-Turn with Sean Penn, the movie where Nick Nolte doggy styles Jennifer Lopez. You know the film?
No, I never watched it.
Oh, well, now you have a reason to. Nick Nolte doggy styles Jennifer Lopez.
That sounds amazing.
You're welcome. Yeah, spoilers, by the way. But no, buy up these small towns. Let's rejuvenate them by banning people from living there and using them to shoot bad television. I like this.
No,
Russo, North Dakota. We just put you on the map. You were already on the map, but nobody knew about it. Now everyone does. Prepare for the beard burying to show up. Magog will get sick of he's like, well, you know what? Fuck this Morse car shit. I'm gonna make a new thing where the wizard lives in a town in North Dakota, and then they can battle. It'll be great.
Enjoy that YouTube Saints bump.
Mm-hmm. There we go. Yep. You're actually this week's undersubbed of the week is Russo, North Dakota.
Yeah, Russo, North Dakota is our undersubbed of the week, guys.
Yeah, well done.
Jesus.
Now we banged through those things. Now I sent you the three new ones. Shall we start out with the big fun one?
Yeah, I gotta take you off the screen real quick so I can grab those. Give me a second.
That's fine. Yep.
I don't even remember what I'm doing anymore. Let's bam.
Yep. Right. Well, I was producing that dog shit promo.
Oh, wait, no, I don't. I don't have to do that. That was in Skype.
Hey.
Ah! Hey, stop looking at my Skype, guys. No doxing, no bully.
And yes, actually, New Hampshire does have the population of one city, 1.3 million residents. Actually, I think we qualify as half of a borough in New York, or less, actually.
Oh my God, man, this is an interesting article here. Alex Jones and Marco Rubio got into a bonkers fight at the Capitol. Bonkers.
Alex Jones. Bonkers. This must be this has got to be wrong. This has got to be clickbait. There's nothing. When would Jones ever do anything bonkers when around politicians?
They're the perfect punishment for each other. InfoWars has fallen on bad times lately, what with all the major social media companies finally realizing it was a bad look to keep giving a platform to an obnoxious conspiracy theorist who keeps skirting the line of threatening violence and insisting that grieving parents are paid actors. Alex Jones' show promptly lost millions of followers, which may have something to do with his latest desperate bid for attention, you think? After a meeting today with the Senate Intelligence Committee, what the fucking fuck you? Okay. Senate Intelligence Committee had with executives from Facebook and Twitter, Marco Rubio tried to address a group of reporters gathered in the Capitol. Unfortunately, he kept getting interrupted by Jones because while the executives were there to talk about security for the upcoming election, Jones was much more interested in yelling about shadow banning and how social media companies, working with liberal politicians, were trying to rob him of his freedom of speech, or as he eloquently put it, Democrats are raping Republicans. In time.
I didn't know Gerard Depardieu was a member of the party, but I hope...
he's only been accused.
That's true, yeah. I mean, this could very well just prove to be another Cosby situation.
Just wait. It's going to come out that it was Asia Argento, and it's actually like, she raped me. I did not want to make any trouble because I am Gerard Depardieu. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I could see it.
I earned this fucking hat today.
Yeah, I think it works for you. Yeah, poor Depardieu. But I mean, this exchange between, and fuck you, GQ, with your labor cell. The exchange between Rubio and Jones here is fucking priceless. I love it. It's exactly what you'd hope for.
The exchange between the two is absolutely bonkers, with Jones calling Rubio a frat boy and asking if he's okay with attempts to ban conservatism. Meanwhile, Rubio maintains an I don't know her attitude. I don't know her attitude, at one point riffing, who is this clown, a heckler at a press gaggle? But the bit that's really eye-popping is when Jones, for some reason, reaches out and touches Rubio on the shoulder, which the senator did not appreciate and made it very clear in a lot of crosstalk. Do you have it up?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We should pantomime this. You want Rubio or Jones?
Oh, let's see. Wait, I got
pantomime. Fuck.
Yeah. I'll. Yeah, we'll go straight Jones.
Okay, you go Jones. Okay.
Yeah.
Don't touch me again, man. I'm asking you not to touch me again.
Well, sure. I just patted you nicely.
I don't want to be touched. I don't know who you are.
Oh, you want to get me arrested, huh?
You're not gonna get arrested, man. I'll take care of you myself.
Now, I'll say from the last election, I did start to kind of take a slight liking to Marco Rubio, only because he seems like a really stuffy, Hispanic Republican Matt Damon in a sense.
Yeah, kinda. Yeah, he really kind of
is. His delivery, his syntax, all in all. I mean, honestly, like I enjoyed watching him most during the debates and stuff, because you'd have Trump would be doing his Trump thing, and and you had Ted Cruz, just looking around trying to Count Chocula the shit out of the audience.
Right.
And then Rubio, he's just got nothing. I mean, what was it? I remember it was like, yeah, if he keeps up with these digs, he's about to hit dinosaur bones.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, so like when the primary was happening, before we were destined to be doomed to 4 years at least of garbage, I was legitimately looking for a Republican that I could like. Because
not easy, is it?
it isn't easy. It's not easy. It's really not. But I found enough reasons to like Rubio, and actually Rand Paul. I actually kind of liked some of his stuff. I was like, I could tolerate it. I could tolerate them being president.
Well,
it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world.
Yeah, Rand Paul really lost me recently, when he's like, "Hey, I'm having In-N-Out," and it's like, oh my god. Ron Paul's son is virtue signaling.
Oh no, I know. Yeah.
Ron Paul would probably just start in about how the gold standard is essential, and how he's been boycotting In-N-Out for a while because he's a doctor and he knows what it does to you.
I was boycotting In-N-Out before it was cool. Fuck you.
Yeah. Well, I mean, then I heard something too about people talking shit about Carl's Jr., and that's where I draw the fucking line. I mean, it was like, I got out to Cali for VidCon this last year, and yeah, In-N-Out was fun. But then there was a Carl's Jr. right up the street, and that was heavenly.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's good. Carl's Jr. is fucking really good food.
This episode of YouTube's MidWeek Saints, by the way, brought to you by Wendy's.
Because we couldn't get Carl's Jr.
Yeah, we kind of fucked up on that, but you know, just like them burgers, this show is always fresh, never frozen until Jeff hits the wrong button on OBS, and it's frozen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And that was kind of where it was at. Like, I don't know, man. You know what makes me really sad though is, you know who I don't think ever really got a fair shot though in that fucking primary was O'Malley. I actually really liked O'Malley.
Oh, Martin O'Malley?
Yeah.
Well, he was on the wasn't he on the Democratic side?
Yeah, he's a Democrat. Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, but I mean, it was between it was between Bernie Sanders and Skynet. So what are you gonna do?
Right.
He can't defeat the fucking Clinton machine. They probably like gonna Seth Rich his ass all the way back to wherever the fuck Seth Rich is buried at. By the way, don't forget Seth. Like his name was Seth Rich. He was murdered by the Clinton crime cartel. So because he discovered that Tom Hanks was shuttling Filipino children over to the Clinton compound. You heard it here first, folks.
You know what? What I got to say to that? Very comfy minivan. The entire 4-minute encounter is tense and bizarre, with Jones repeatedly saying that Rubio won't silence him and insisting that InfoWars is bigger than ever. We wouldn't wish a conversation with Alex Jones on anyone, but if anyone comes close to deserving it, that person is probably Marco Rubio. Ooh, that's great. Look at this. This is a great fucking still right there.
No, it is. No, I mean, these are precious people, and I'll be honest. Between the two of them, I'm not really sure who would win in an actual scrap. Because I mean, on the one hand, Rubio's got the youth. Yep. I'm sure he works out. He takes care of himself. But then Jones, he's been filling himself up with so many lead-laden pills that he's probably got to be developing armored scales at this point.
Lot of pills. Of pills.
Yeah, but we've all seen those shirtless pics of Alex. He is not to be messed with.
Why did the thing fucking stop working? Son of a...
One of those things people will be like, of course not. He's from Texas. And it's like, no, he's from Austin. Oh.
I swear to fucking Christ. Now all of a sudden fucking... Now, for some stupid goddamn reason, Firefox has decided that it's just not going to show up on OBS anymore. Fuck.
It's almost like Chrome is the superior browser.
No.
Well, I mean, sure, it like spies on you.
Bitch. I closed down Firefox, and I forgot that I have other Firefox windows open anyway.
Is the viewer screen broken now? No. Number one.
Yeah, the view screen is officially fucking broken. Fuck.
Well, this is why we made Ray Charles captain of this ship. If he doesn't need to see anything, neither do the rest of us.
I guess. Here, let's move back to this for a second while I try and figure this out.
Yeah. Now I did mention, so yes, the long and short of that story is we all had ended up being rather disappointed because Marco Rubio and Alex Jones didn't actually have a fight. Now, if you guys are so interested, there's going to be a pay-per-view YouTube event. It's Douchebag Boxing. That was going to be the original name of the Logan Paul thing, but Jones and here's the thing you don't know about Alex Jones. He plans these things meticulously with all of his elite political contacts.
Does he?
Now, well, I mean, I got a classified napkin right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it highlights the whole relationship between Jones and the GOP. Like, this is like he's trying to bring the feminist elite into the GOP. He saw Candace Owens trying to bring black people in using the same social justice identity tactics that they've been using. So he decided he would try the same thing with feminists by pointing out how Democrats savagely rape Republicans. Tony Loren is going to be having a Barbara Walters interview later this week.
Barbara Walters.
Highlighting how her understanding of the world has been raped mercilessly by facts and reality. And Jones is trying to highlight this. And but yeah, he's part of the establishment, if you guys don't know. Like Alex Jones, he is the ultimate false flag. Because the thing is they're not reptilians, they're fish people. And the fish people... That. Yeah, and the fish people know how scary reptiles can be, especially when you have a human jack-o'-lantern consistently telling you that they live under your house and that they want to put stuff in your children. So, that being the case, I want everyone to like. This is why Facebook was fighting back. It's look at Zuckerberg closely. He's not an android. He's not a lizard. He's a halibut.
He's a are you accusing him of being a fish?
I'm not accusing him of anything. I'm stating this is a flat fact. I have the bar napkin here. It's classified. I'm gonna have to destroy that.
I was just about to ask, do you have the fucking receipts? And hey, sure enough.
Do I have the receipts? Listen, I've got the Petco receipts right here. This right here is clearly Steve Jobs' credit card number when he purchased the unmodified Zuckerberg fish from Petco.
That's right.
Yep, and I'm gonna have to destroy that mostly because it's soaked with vape juice, and it's a bit like potpourri except it's classified.
Fair, yeah, that's fair. Okay.
Kodiak.
Yeah. Listen, let me catch up real quick. I was just fixing something real quick. But we've got Blackfire Dragon at a tier 3 subscription. We got Mr. Tickle Trunk gifted a sub to Spectacular, and Larry is a sub Saints in 9 months. Larry, 9 months here on Twitch. What do you want to name our Twitch baby? What do you want to name it, buddy?
That's a good question. I can only wonder what Larry would name such a thing.
So
see, this is the problem. This is the problem I've noticed on Twitch though, and I stream No Man's Sky pretty regularly. Whenever I ask like the audience, what should we name a thing?
Cool. Oh, why am I doing?
None of it ever makes it past the decency filters.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true. I think I'm gonna fix this actually pretty well. Because I would rather have an opera window for all of the links that we read. I think that's probably going to work out better.
Yeah, and I can say the fact that there's so much Star Trek here. I imagine that's why we're not seeing Giovanna Liviana in the chat too much. She is losing her fucking mind.
Maybe. Yep. I don't know what that's supposed to mean.
Oh, she's a Romulan.
Oh.
You never noticed that?
Oh, yeah, no, that's right. Yeah. I fucking talked to her about that, and she was like, I identify as trans Romulan. That's right.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. Yeah.
Romulan. Yeah.
Ramekin. Yeah, she identifies as a stainless steel ramekin. That's right. I forgot about that. Yeah.
Best part of, I mean, and this is the thing too. This is why I love the Saints audience. You guys, we can fill you up with ranch, we can fill you up with blue cheese, we can fill you up with sriracha. You never complain.
I'll fill you up with something. Larry asks, how the fuck did I not know you guys changed days? So because
we didn't announce it.
Yeah, we didn't really. Well, we hinted that we were going to be doing big changes in September. But between like the surprise tickets to PAX, the surprise I just fucking everything, man. Like it was a crazy week, and there was definitely that feeling that I had of like, well, maybe, just maybe, we should just hold off another week. But fuck that, no, brand new computer. Sure, nothing's gonna fucking work, and I still gotta work all the fucking kinks on it. But fuck it, let's just do it. And we're doing it.
Yeah, and I mean honestly too, when has a disaster ever happened in the month of September? So it's a safe thing for us to do.
Yeah.
Which actually, wait a second. Wait a second. Next Tuesday.
What about next Tuesday?
Yeah.
What's next Tuesday?
Well, it's a momentous occasion.
What?
It's going to be the one-off Tuesday show we have. Because look at your calendar.
Okay. Let me see.
Yeah. It's really.
Yeah. Maybe we should do a Tuesday show.
Maybe we should actually do some Saints gaming. I'm feeling like a flight simulator. Huh?
And maybe followed by a movie night where we watch Airplane.
Hey, there we go. Airplane, and then we can also watch
Alive, man.
Alive.
Yeah,
and also United 93. That'd be a great one.
Are you streaming tomorrow night? With somebody saying that you're
Oh yeah, no, tomorrow Sleek the Geek, Logic, and I are doing a movie night tomorrow.
Oh, that's cool. Hell yeah.
Yeah, it was all you're invited if you'd like. It was funny though because he's like, "Hey, can you do Thursday?" And I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. Can I? I think I'm moving to Wednesday. they might be able to do that. And then last minute, I'm like, yes, I can do this. So
fuck it, whatever,
like,
man.
Welcome to collaborating with me.
The format is definitely not broken. The format is changing forms quite a bit, actually, quite a bit.
By the way, if I could just weaponize the audience real quick, if you guys could go ahead and tweet at TJ Kirk that you can't wait to see him in that new ad campaign coming out, that'd be great.
Which ad campaign?
Well, the ad campaign.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yep. I forgot. Yeah. I forgot you got TJ in on that.
Yeah. I kind of hated it because he's like, "Hey, can we do this Saturday?" And everyone's like, "Yeah," but did he describe which Saturday? Because it could be in November for all you know. No, Christ. Everything is done. Just waiting on that. But yeah, you go ahead. Just personal army that shit out, guys. Thanks a lot. Love you. Appreciate it. It's always good to sort of manipulate the loyalty and devotion of people who enjoy your work to harass other people.
I just realized you have a Windows start bar underneath you. Let's fix that. Right. Like
look at that.
There we go. Don't hit my fucking buttons, dude. Don't do it.
I was gonna see what your VLC playlist has been looking like lately, because I know you for some reason still download your porn like a savage.
I do. I download my porn. I totally do.
Why? No, don't answer that. Never mind.
I'll tell you.
But everyone is seeing the headline. I'm sure they're very curious.
Oh yeah, we're gonna be talking about let's not talk about my porn right now.
Yeah, this is a fun story. We could probably even get away with playing the video for a bit, but yeah. See, China decided that they were gonna welcome their kids back to school with a surprise performance by a pole dancer, and now, granted, it was kindergarten, so. The woman wearing black shorts and a black crop top can be seen in a video running her hands over her thigh before swiveling around a flagpole. Small children and parents can be seen watching and standing next to the stage during the performance on Monday. Journalist Michael Standard, whose children attend the school, shared videos online, wrote, "Crazy. We're trying to get them out of there and back to and get our tuition back." There we go. An alleged number of adverts for a pole dancing school were at the kindergarten, and speculated.
What the fuck?
It speculated that the principal had been paid to display them. They also had a bunch of adverts out for pole dancing school, most likely paid by the principal to put them up. He claimed. In another video uploaded by Mr. Standard, a woman can be seen dancing suggestively. Alongside the clip, he wrote, "The principal hung up on my wife when she called after saying it was an international and good exercise." After saying it was international and good exercise. Okay, yeah, for adults maybe, but not 3 to 6 year olds.
This is fucking great.
Isn't it wonderful? The head of the kindergarten has reportedly been fired over the bizarre incident and shot in the back of the head by education authorities in Chinese city of Shenzhen. That shot in the head part was improv. The performance was denounced by the local education bureau, who issued a social media post warning other kindergartens against inappropriate behavior.
Man.
Pole dancing at a kindergarten. Videos of the stunt were shared widely on Twitter and Chinese social media. Apparently, even they can enjoy a good joke.
Can we get some pinkies up in the chat there for our newest business venture, the pre-K stripper school, the pre-K Saint stripper school, coming to you soon in every major city.
I'm sure this is the sort of thing that everyone from Tom Hanks to Bill Clinton will just go wild over.
Oh yeah, it helps build. It helps with structure. It builds structure.
Let's just point this out. Holy shit, Dangerous.com beat you to that fucking scoop, didn't we? This is what happens when communism takes over. They try and turn your kids gay and then test them by putting pole dancers up and seeing how many of them want to become one.
Man,
this is the secret liberal plot behind Cirque du Soleil. That's the thing. You bring your kids to see Cirque du Soleil. Like, how can I learn that? Like, get on the pole and bring home enough for groceries.
What a wonderful story. What a heartwarming tale.
It really is. No, it's heartwarming. It's uplifting. It's the kind of thing it really makes you think it might not be so bad if China takes over the world.
Could be worse.
Yeah, I mean, like, not only that, I mean, it took me well into my 20s until I found strippers on stripper poles to be kind of boring. I mean, I got to a point like you could have a like a gorgeous naked woman doing like all these tricks on a pole, and I remember in New Orleans too at the Hustler Club when they had that 2-story job.
Oh
And
yeah,
so,
yeah.
you know the one,
I
yeah,
know
and
the
there's nothing
one.
but it's a fucking marble stage floor at the bottom of it, so any falls are permanent. It's a permanent
Yeah.
thing. And you see these like gorgeous naked women just doing these tricks, and eventually you're just like, you're not even like, it's not even a sexual thing. You're like, that's serious acrobatics. Holy shit. Wow, you're just gripping that pole 2 stories above above a marble slab with nothing but your inner thigh muscle. And holy shit, you're gonna fall. Wait, no, that was a trick. Wow.
I saw when the one time I actually went to the Hustler Club in New Orleans. I saw this very beautiful athletic black girl climb all the way to the very top, spread her legs forward and backward into the splits, and drop all the way down. It's amazing.
No, that's the thing. Like really talented professional strippers in real clubs with those ridiculous poles. It's easy to get lost in the nipples and vagina you might see. But don't underestimate. They could be circus performers. They could be acrobats. They could be superheroes if they only applied their powers for good instead of for your dirty, dirty, cocaine-laden $10 bills.
That's right. That's right.
Still, though, good on you, China. Pinkies up. You are leading the way into the future. This is how the future of Blade Runner happens, and I, for one, can't wait for it.
Tickle Trunk tossed a sub at Crispy Gin so Crispy Gin could throw up them fucking pinkies. Fuck yeah, man. Thank you guys very, very much. All right. Let's see. Next up we have, oh boy, Florida Man. Next up in the adventures of Florida Man. Florida man arrested after he allegedly... What the fuck just happened?
Yep.
Okay.
What?
Florida man arrested after he allegedly gave girlfriend a wet willy, affidavit says. This is a man. This is the face of a man. This is the face of a beast. A fucking beast. A serial willy wetter.
I have never had to file an affidavit when I was going to give a wet willy, so this man's meticulous nature frightens me.
He's a beast.
Oh, wait. Hang on. They should have just put a comma in there, huh?
Probably. But, I mean, that would require talent in writing?
That would require spell checkers, and everyone knows that Fox News can't afford to employ actual artists.
You know, I actually really do like this Star Trek set. Just like the view screen thing. It's so nice and big and crisp and everything. Like it's nice. Yeah, it's cool.
It is. We could actually, what we could do too is we could wait until people stop giving a shit about Star Trek Discovery. We could just rip their set off, easy peasy.
Oh yeah. That's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea.
Or we'll just come back. Or just come back on the Orville set and be like, no one's watching this either.
Man in St. Lucie County, Florida, was arrested after allegedly gave his girlfriend a wet willy. Jesus Christ, the writing in this is fucking terrible. Okay, a man in St. Lucie County, Florida, was arrested after allegedly gave his girlfriend a wet willy. Fuck you, whoever fucking wrote this. Jesus. While he was belligerent, an affidavit says. A local sheriff's deputy was called to the home of 47-year-old Joseph Saresi in mid-August. The man's girlfriend claimed that she found Saresi drunk on the living room floor after she returned home from work. And of course, the next thing under giant lizard in Florida evades capture, torments family. It's terrifying to look at. Anyway, according to an affidavit reviewed by the Treasure Coast newspapers, Sareki went with his girlfriend, who had not been identified, and her daughter to a different person's home. There, Sareki continued to drink and be belligerent, according to the affidavit. Then on the way home, Sareki allegedly grabbed his girlfriend's hand, pulled her arm, and continued by giving her a wet willy, sticking his finger in her ear. The affidavit says, according to the newspaper,
VA department nurse admits poisoning husband with eye drops over 3 days, faces murder rap.
Dude, I tell you what, like, I know somebody who is poisoned with fucking eye drops. Don't do that shit. That shit's fucked up.
Yeah, but do you know anybody who's ever assaulted somebody with a wet willy?
This is my first. The daughter, whose identity is also unclear at this time, confirmed her mother's account. According to inmate records, Sareki was arrested on a battery charge. He declined to give a written statement, but said he wasn't drunk, which is both good and bad for him.
Yeah. And the thing is, too, is usually when a willy is forcibly forced upon someone, it's dry to begin with. That bar don't! That bar don't!
That bar don't do it. That bar don't do it. Coming soon to the Satan store will be the That bar don't shirts.
I love it. 8-Bit Dick says BBC pigeon reporter moonlighting at Fox. Ooh, maybe. And then that money bun to put his wet finger up in her ear hole. Huh. Yeah. I can't speak pigeon. Nobody should.
I can fake it.
It's not a real language. Oh my god. Sorry, I just switched over to Twitter, and Dave Rubin's about to kick off the fall tour with Jordan Peterson in Rochester, New York.
Oh my god!
That was pretty good. No, sorry, fuck. If you're gonna do a good Rich and Evans, I gotta respond to it with a decent iDubbbz. Hey, it's pretty good.
It's not bad, yeah. That's not bad. The Unmovable Walrus, thank you very much for your subscription. Appreciate you, buddy. Appreciate you. I am not God. Yes, I... Hey, stop talking shit about me from my backyard!
Now, we do have one more. This actually came to us by way of... Who did this come to us by way of? I need to find it, because credit where credit is due. Somebody thought this was worth looking into. Was it one?
Oh, dear. Yeah. This is quite a story.
I think maybe you should take this one, Jeff. I'll look at who sent it to us. And
okay.
Oh, yes. This was from One Fuck Kanaka, actually.
All right.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's, you know.
Doctors invent tool to remove 23-inch sex toy from man's colon. Story of my life.
Goddamn Leroy getting all up in people's business.
Doctors created a noose out of medical wire and a catheter tube, which they used to remove the sex toy from the man's body. Look at that fucking X-ray. Oh my god. Oh wow. No.
He really went for it, didn't he?
Yeah. Well, you know, it's you're not. You know, you're just pussying around with your sex play unless you're bruising your fucking kidneys. Anyway.
You know, it is funny, though, because there were a number of people who've been postulating, wondering how it was Baked Alaska would try and make his comeback. I think maybe we know.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Totally fucking based, man. Doctors were forced to improvise when it came to removing a sex toy from one unlucky patient. The unnamed man turned up at the emergency room with a 23-inch sex toy lodged inside his colon. He apparently struggled to remove the toy at home. Deciding he needed expert help, the red-faced 31-year-old went to hospital 24 hours after the sex toy became stuck. He told doctors he was suffering from mild abdominal pain, but other than that, had no symptoms that were causing concern. X-ray showed a long and large-sized foreign body in his colon. Well, that's how they advertise it at the store.
Yeah, it's just a big bright sticker on the front of the package that says, "Looks great in X-ray."
Oh. Fuck. God damn. Doctors at ASST, Great Metropolitan Hospital in Niguarda, Italy, he's Italian. He's, you know what that means. I don't.
It means when he put it up his ass, he was doing one of these.
Ooh. Anyway, no, stop.
I don't know.
He tried to remove the sex toy using standard techniques, where a tube and grabbing device is inserted.
Try to plunge that shit, you know.
You know, it's go figure that Italy would join the ranks of Florida in having a standard practice for extracting massive sex toys from anuses.
If you think about it, it makes sense though, because in the same way that Florida is America's Wang, what is Italy? Italy is Europe's split dick.
Yeah. No, that's
yeah. They had an empire. We all know where that ended. Yeah, that's right. But I mean, here's the thing: any empire that can be overtaken by Goths doesn't deserve to exist.
Oh, true, very true. But due to the smoothness and size of the But due to the smoothness and size of the object, none of the tools medics had were able to grab hold of the sex toy. The grabbing devices were either too loose or simply didn't have the range to latch onto such a large foreign body.
It's like Italy just doesn't have a proctologist. Or like he was like, they just called him. He's like, send me the X-ray. No, I'm not doing that. You can, listen, America thinks we all a bunch of plumbers anyway. Get somebody named Luigi to do it.
Bring in the plunger.
He didn't get Waluigi to do it. He didn't make it into Smash, but now he can help this man on the Smash.
Yeah? Sure, you get the industrial strength toilet snake. So stuck for ideas on how to remove the sex toy, the quick-thinking medics invented a new tool using medical wire to latch onto and pull it out.
It looks like they made an animal control lasso. Really, they're like, wait a second, isn't this how we get our raccoons out of grandma's attic? Hey, we'll do the same thing for this giant rubber cock in this man's anus.
Okay, hang on a second. Hang on, I got an idea. I need some epic music.
I gotta go to Techno-Axe, find his big grand orchestral drama suspense music. Because I mean, honestly, the way I picture this is like they're like, oh my god, if we don't get this dildo out of this man, he's a colon gonna back up with a bile, and it's like a race against the clock. It's like watching an episode of 24.
we might get a claim on this, but like we don't. The numbers for midweek don't even really care. Like yeah. So let's see.
Numbers midweek. What? How did you form that sentence?
Wear the jeweled crown.
Oh no! Damn it. Okay, here we go. All right. Stuck for ideas on how to remove the sex toy, the quick-thinking medics invented a new tool using medical wire to latch onto it and pull it out. Threading the wire through a catheter tube to create a noose at the end, they were able to insert the tube into the man's colon and reach the sex toy. The noose of wire was then looped around the sex toy like a lasso and tightened until the doctors had enough grip to pull it out. The patient was discharged the same day and suffered no further symptoms. Our handmade device proved to be harder than an ordinary snare used for polypectomy, a procedure normally used to remove polyps, and allowed us to grab the foreign body. Damn, this is epic as fuck. Anyway, let me...
Yeah.
It's
sort of like if you take all of the medical terminology out and you take the context out, it could almost sound like someone trying to repair the Hubble.
Yeah. No,
that's a good thing.
The choice of a relatively large diameter of the catheter, 2.8 millimeter, allowed us to avoid an... The choice of a relatively large diameter of the catheter, it was 2.8 millimeters, allowed us to avoid an excessive kinking of the loop inside the catheter and his asshole that could limit a correct opening of this snare leg device. In our opinion,
better in a Mario accent.
In our opinion, this new technique is easy and reproducible in most.
We didn't want to put too big a lasso up his asshole. Otherwise, he get offended and all of a sudden think we made him gay.
We suggest it as a valid option to remove large foreign bodies from the colon and erect them when standard endoscopic devices failing foreign body extraction.
Can you believe that we used to rule most of the world?
Nope.
We had an empire, but don't make fun of us, because wait until you see what English people are putting in themselves. Oh, it's amazing.
Oh, man. Oh.
Yeah. Oh, actually, that's lasso up your asshole.
Fuck my tight hole.
That's pretty good. That's a pretty good title, Caffeine Tweaker. I gotta give it to you. I don't think we could put it up here, but I think Caustic Weaponized Hysteria is it's a bit of a misnomer at this point.
I think it's pretty much a standard for modern living these days.
Italian, what is it, like Italian backdoor cattle roping or something? I don't fucking know. It's like, wow, their cowboys got a really different thing. Barcelona's like, all of a sudden the running of the bulls ain't so bad. Worst thing you do is get a bullhorn up your ass. We don't need a lasso to remove that.
My gun is really dirty. I need to fucking clean this thing.
You should be ashamed.
Oh.
No.
Fucking.
You gotta get, you want to keep that shit clean and in working order in case you get a small army of fucking MGTOWs coming after you with their.
Yeah, right.
They're gonna show up with like half-eaten bags of Fritos and senses of entitlement.
Mm-hmm. Ain't that the fucking truth? Jesus. Yeah, no, it's terrible, man. It's all dirty and shit on the inside.
What is it? A Smith & Wesson?
You talking
Wait, it's
shit,
a
sister?
Ruger.
Huh?
Is that a Ruger?
Yeah, it's a Ruger.
Yeah, that's why.
Why? What's wrong with it?
Get a CZ knockoff. They have fewer parts.
It's not a CZ. The Ruger's older than CZ.
No, I'm saying get a CZ knockoff. They have fewer parts.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
that's true.
Ruger, basically like trying to fuck with a Ruger is like trying to fucking work as an actual auto tech on a Volkswagen.
Mm-hmm. Ain't that true? So that's pretty much actually it for the show today, guys. We still have the audio issues that we're working with right now. In fact, I don't even want to talk about how fucked up the audio issues are right now.
Hey, we did manage to get like three of the guests and 3 of our peoples in. I just want to check and make sure that we don't have any. Make sure we don't have any people awaiting. Oh, we got Giovanna's in the waiting room, but after all those jokes about Italians, I don't know if she's gonna wanna.
I wonder if there's a. Well, you know what? Maybe.
You can add her to the call.
Yeah, I could try adding her to the call.
But hang on, before you do, go to the random number generator and roll to determine what number we'll do. We have one person waiting.
Roll the 1.
Yeah, roll the. Oh, hey, we rolled a 1.
Yeah, hey, cool. How do I add her to this fucking call?
Wait, oh my god, now people are jumping in.
No, guys. No.
Yeah, we've already rolled friends, and honestly, I'm seeing Genocide Rider. Like, okay. What the fuck? Well, can't be that bad.
Okay, there we go.
He
And
probably has himself heated bridge moments all the time.
heated bridge moments, yeah. But yeah, no, we're only chatting with Giovanna, and then we gotta get out of here.
Yeah, this was my call.
Sester's over there trying to flash me. God damn it! How you doing, Giovanna?
Yeah, Giovanna, what do you think of your ancestral homeland of Italy? There, inventing a lasso specifically tailored to pull giant rubber cocks out of men.
What?
I mean, I'm just tempted. I wish did they name the doctor who invented it here, because this guy, he's like up there with he's up there with Jonas Salt there.
Jonas Salty.
Yeah, Salty, Jonas Salty. Like, oh, I get it, polio.
You think you ever have a salty Jonas, Giovanna?
I don't even know what that is.
Neither do I.
Something I have to look up at the Urban Dictionary, perhaps?
No, actually, you need to log into Urban Dictionary, create an account there so that you can actually decide for yourself what it is.
That's right.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? That's a mission for the viewers, for the audience. Come up with the best definition of a salty Jonas. Larry Kubiak comes in with 150 bones. In honor of the new format, let us rejoice in the return of the Saints. Got my shirt too, so it's all good. As always, much love to you motherfuckers. Drink one on me. Hey, pinkies up to you, Larry. Thank you so much, dude. That's really sweet of you, buddy.
I'll be sure to do just that, mate.
Yeah.
Larry Kubiak is a fucking hero of this show.
Him and Tickle Trunk and like fucking.
Well, basically, I mean, it's the same thing to say as everybody who's here right now. Yeah, because we can get 200-300 on a YouTube show, and that's fine. But when we do midweek and we do it this badly, and all these people show up and stick around.
yeah. Despite like so many fucking delays and so many hardware and software issues and me being vapid and dumb.
Fucking garbage fucking promos
Right.
where I just find a fishing rod in the corner of my room. I'm like, hey, that's a prop. Time to do improv. Oh, wait, this is why I like scripted dramas.
And all of a sudden I have like an army of MGTOWs. They're all coming for me and my family, and I gotta like keep a loaded gun next to me for the next few days.
Gonna hide. I mean, honestly, dude, if you see like a small fleet of like early to mid '90s Geo Metros show up with what are clearly cat lady bumper stickers on them,
right?
You better watch yourself, man. Those guys got a lot of pent up aggression. Last time they saw a vagina, they fell out of one.
You know what? I'm just gonna when I'm going out in public, I'm just gonna keep an ear out for real heavy breathing. You know.
just keep your ears specially tuned to see if like the airflow over the neck beard like adjusts. Like, wait a second, I didn't know a face could scratch the air, but apparently it can. Listen, all because Rushvi's tips didn't work for you doesn't mean it's my fault.
True, very true. So how's everything been though, Giovanna?
Oh, good. How about you guys?
I'm fine, super good actually. Like, I'm just glad to be back to business. Like, my kid just started going back to school. He's a first grader this starting today. And he really liked it, so that means I'll actually have time to make fucking videos again, which is great. Yeah,
Quinn started 5th grade today, actually.
Nice.
Which is nuts because, I mean, it was probably the same when you guys were growing up, I'd imagine. Like, we used to have, elementary and then junior high school, right?
Right.
Yeah, and then they changed it, so now they put 6th grade in with middle school, which honestly I feel like takes some of the shine off, because I remember when it was junior high school, it was like, I'm almost in high school, and now it's middle school. It's like, oh, I'm a middle child. But, yeah, but no, I mean, them kids, like, shit, I mean, what was it? And actually, this is actually a funny thing, like, this kid did the other day, and she's damn near 5 feet tall now, and this is like dad nostalgia shit. But she comes into the kitchen after she's busy like making one of her own videos, because Gwen makes videos now, little gotcha thing.
Right.
Yeah, so I love that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, she comes in and she's like, and so this kid's already an avowed atheist, right? Thinks religion is silly, all this. She comes in and she's like kind of curious, and she's like, Dad, how is the devil evil? I'm like, I don't know, baby. She's like, well, no, I mean, I know he doesn't exist, but the thing is so let's think about it. His job is to punish bad people, right? I'm like, yeah. So he's just doing his job, right?
Yeah. Sure.
Well played, 10-year-old. Shit. What's wrong? How did I fuck you up this bad? You should be watching like and instead, like, she doesn't give a shit about the end of Adventure Time. I watched the finale of Adventure Time and I'm like, oh, and meanwhile she's like, the devil's not so bad. I mean, in theory, because he's not real. It's all stupid. Oh, maybe we're not screwed.
Well, I mean, if you look at the story of the Garden of Eden, you have this serpent figure which tells. Well, actually, you have this God figure who comes along and says, "You can eat of everything here in the garden except for the tree that grows in the middle of the garden, and on the day that thou eatest thereof, thou shalt surely die." And then the serpent comes along and tells Eve, "You shall not surely die, because God knows if you eat of it, you will become like gods, knowing good from evil." Then they eat of it, and then a little bit later along comes God looking for them, and he finds out they've eaten from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, and goes back up into heaven and says to the other Elohim, the man has put forth his hand and eaten of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, and has become like us, knowing good from evil. Hey! Who told the lie and who told the truth?
Yep.
Well, here's the fun thing, too, is that the problem was that once Adam ate of the tree, then he had enough knowledge to actually listen to the boring shit that Eve was constantly going on about, like her Etsy store and like all this shit on Instagram. And he was just like, you know what? Fuck it. Yes, please make me mortal.
So we have a really special announcement. Frankly, my Blackfire Dragon gifted a sub to One Canuck. Thank you so much, buddy. Really appreciate that. And Frankly, my dear tossed 50 at us and said, and Frankly, my dear is a very good friend of the show and a personal friend of both of us. He said, received great news today. The wife is cancer free, dude. Cancer free.
Yeah.
Yes. Pinky's fucking up.
cancer.
Pinky's fucking up.
Holy
Just
shit.
thought I'd share the love around. Love you, beautiful assholes. Pinky's fucking up for that. I've been fucking worried about that shit. That's amazing. That is really good fucking news, man.
That made my fucking
Very good.
day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I'm glad
Fuck
I'm glad we had a chance to announce that here. Fucking good on the my dear family. Mrs. My dear and Mr. My dear.
That's right. That's right.
Happy long and happy life, and if it can't be happy, at least let it be long.
Yeah, absolutely. And if somebody can do me a favor and ask Calligator if he's going to be doing the after show, because if so, then we're gonna be rating him in about 5 minutes. So I should probably
He
let him
said
know.
he was going to do it.
Yeah, sweet.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
What are you drinking there, Jeff? What's that bottle?
I am drinking a Guinness, actually. Sestra's.
Sestra's. I thought I recognized that.
Sestra's man friend. They brought over like a bunch of drinks, but it was all cider and everything. And I'm like, I don't drink cider. And he was like, well, you can have my Guinness. I'm like, no, don't do that. And he threw it at me. So here we are. I wasn't.
Nice.
I wasn't.
If
even
you
gonna,
got a,
I wasn't
well,
even
if you
gonna. Bo, you go ahead.
I was just gonna say, if you got a lager or a pilsner in there, you can make yourself a black and tan.
That's true. I wasn't even gonna drink today, but then some motherfucker had to start sending me death threats, and now I'm like, let's get drunk and I'll wave my gun around all over the place. Woo!
Yeah.
You know the classic black and tan. You need a harps lager for that though.
She's right.
Yeah. I'll say this much too, though. I mean, and not to share too much, but I mean, I got to see some of those fun little death threats. Here's the thing: you can say like, I've got an SKS. Nobody gives a shit, because guess what? Like, it helps if you know how to shoot. And if you're not a massive faggot.
The dude said he had an SKS with a 20-round clip. They're magazines, you moron.
Not only that, like, why would you? I mean, honestly, if you're gonna get a fucking magazine-fed rifle, I mean, yeah, SKS is a decent rifle, but you can do a lot. Get a Mini 14. Get a Mini 14. That way, when you pull up in your fucking dilapidated Geo Prism, you can at least have something that is worth more than you and the car combined.
All the guns that they were talking about are guns that you can play on PUBG. I'm sure this is just a coincidence. Of course.
What if that's the actual threat? What if it's like, yeah, I'm gonna fucking find you on the server. I'm gonna kill you in that fucking. I'm gonna kill you. Drop in this schoolhouse. Fine, you're dead. Oh, wait, hang on.
What is your great beef with Geo automobiles tonight, Nick?
Oh no, actually, I'm actually a fan of Geos in a sense. Actually, a friend of mine, and he's been kind of on. I don't know if he's been on the show, but I know I've streamed them before. My buddy Gabe, he's a nut about fuel efficiency, and it was like a game for him. It was like points, right? And he was actually like, he got into these threads, these like forums of Geo owners who had figured out ways to maximize fuel efficiency. They do shit like pulling weather stripping off. And just to improve the overall aerodynamics of the thing. No, it's just a Manchester thing more though, because it's like basically that's like the step below the dog shit Honda Civic. That, you know, it's like, oh, what happened to your exhaust? Did you put a tip on? Nah, it just broke, but I like the way it sounds. Wah, 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 wah. And yeah, there are a fair amount of Geo drivers here like that. And to me, I mean, it's just what I picture one of these, you know, versions, you know, pulling up and he's going to do a drive-by and then manages to kill the mailbox. just what I picture, you know.
Sounds about
it's
right.
Like, it's either that or they're going to show up in like mom's CRV. There's going to be a bunch, like while they're loading their magazines, there's going to be a bunch of text messages like, you said you were just going down to like, you know, like Chick-fil-A again. Where are you? Go take it out. I'm just settling a score, Ma. Oh, God, you're not all about that girl from high school who wouldn't fuck you again, are you? No, Mom. Well, yeah, I'm still on about that, Mom, but no, this is something different. Someone is wrong. Someone is wrong on the internet. And that's what. Honey, did you take your pellet gun? No, I took my airsoft. God, Mom, leave me alone.
My first new car was a Geo Metro. It was glorious. 53 miles to the gallon in the city, 57 on the highway.
Oh, they're ridiculous. But I mean, when I say too, though, my friend had this obsession with miles per gallon. Like, it was to a point. So there's a portion of the highway, 93 here in New Hampshire. If you're coming into like Hooksett, right? Comes up over the crest of a hill, and then you've got like maybe like a solid half mile or so of just this kind of gradual downward hill slope. And this dude would like put it in neutral and kill the engine and coast, clean off the exit. If he could see that no one was coming, he'd blow through the red light, and then he'd go about like a half mile further down the side street, just coasting before he pop started it again, just to maximize his fuel efficiency. Yeah, and it was one of the things, like, he realized he could maximize his fuel efficiency if he drove 50 on surface streets and 50 on the highway. So he annoyed everyone he drove around. It was wonderful. It was glorious. And driving with him to this day is still terrifying.
Goodness.
Well, anything you want to put out there and show for us, Giovanna?
Oh, just my channel.
Yeah? Sweet.
Yeah, I have been doing a live stream every Friday evening, and now I'm going to have to move it thanks to you guys stealing my slot after I chose it not to step on your toes.
Sorry.
Bah.
I know.
But now more people will hear about it. And when we can introduce the Friday show saying, like, it's the one-time slot, not stepping on anyone's toes anymore. So there we go. Yeah. So this has been your midweek Saints.
Wait. Are you gonna do 3 shows now? I think I remember Jeff saying.
We're gonna do
about
7 shows. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
What? Oh my God! If there's one thing I've learned from being on YouTube, and I learned this from Joyce Sparkle BS, honestly, it's that you need to just pump out content. You don't need to think about it. It doesn't need to be good. You just keep smashing it out without pause, without thinking, without anything. Just smash shit out there.
Next we're gonna be on YouNow. We're gonna be the YouNow Saints, and because YouNow is full of nothing but like 12-year-olds and 10-year-olds and shit, we'll be like, we won't be able to drink. We'll have to hide it in little sippy cups, yeah, and we'll say heckin' and darn and oh shucky ducky, oh shucky ducky.
Shut the front door.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sick of your trucking pull shift.
I've never seen a woman get fudged by a rattlesnake before. That's amazing. Yeah.
Hey everyone, let's go into the YouNow Saints news archives. Oh look, another Italian got a dildo stuck inside of him.
And if we do something on Monday, it is going to be we're not going to compete with SideQuest. We'll arrange our time slot around that too.
Yeah, probably earlier too, because the earlier show we did earlier, the European folk were like, "Oh my God, I get to be a part of something."
Yeah.
That's not the EU. This is great.
Yeah. So we'll figure it out.
I'm gonna notify then via the stream from she and Japles.
Yeah.
I'm going to be your pre-show on Friday.
Ooh, that's a really good idea, actually. That's a great idea.
Larry Kubiak, real quick, watch your profanity.
Yeah. It's true.
So that's been the show, guys. You got 2 shows today. Both of them were shows.
They were technically functional. Functional.
Yes, they were live streams.
Mm-hmm.
This is indisputable. And this has been your indisputable Saints for this September 5th. Make sure to catch us next Tuesday while we commemorate the well, I'm sure something else happened.
I think, yeah, something in history happened at that point. Good night, everybody. Good night. Have an awesome time, and wash your penis, guys. Wash your penis.
Yeah, wash your penis out.
Good night.
Dance with your penis. Dance with your penis. real quick, everybody, real quick. If you're still here and you're still hanging out, stay here in the chat. Don't go anywhere because we're gonna raid Caligator. We're gonna raid Caligator as soon as the song's over. So Caligator, get your goddamn stream up. Do it.